Hi, and welcome to another Air Maestro training video. Today we'll be covering document alerts. We'll talk about the access levels required, the alert settings, how to send the alerts, as well as how to receive them. So the first thing I'm going to do is head into a user's profile so I can look at their access levels. From this front screen, I'm going to click on Citizen and just check their access levels to ensure that they can actually send alerts. So from the left-hand side, I'll click Access Levels. And just to filter out some of the options, I'm just going to type in alerts. So we can see down here that there's Air Maestro administration manual alerts and document library alerts as well. So the one that we are after is the create manual alerts. So I'm going to edit this now. And we can see that we have two options, modify selection and modify all. So modify selection is if you only want these people to receive, to send out alerts to specific bases or departments. Modify all will allow them to send alerts to anyone within your organization. So I'm going to leave it at modify all and then just press OK. The next thing I want to do is just look at the alert settings. So I'll click this cog on the top right to get into my settings, and then I'll click alert setup. As you can see, there are quite a few alert settings that we'll go through one by one. The first setting is alert category required. This is a setting that makes assigning an alert to a category mandatory or not. You can see the alert categories on the bottom of the screen, and we'll cover that part shortly. The second setting is category acknowledgement. Having this checked will allow users to tick all alerts of the same category at the same time on their initial login screen, so they don't have to go through and click each one individually. Enable form alerts will allow you to send alerts from the forms module, but we'll cover that in a separate video. The last relevant alert setting is the default snooze limit. This will allow users to snooze the alert X amount of times before they are forced to read or action the alert before they can proceed to use Air Maestro. Now the alert categories themselves. So there are default alert categories here, but we can go ahead and create more. So if we want to create something at the top level, we just right click that and click add. From here we can type in a name for our alert category, so I'm just going to call it video training and click add category. As you can see now, it's down the bottom. So if I want to right click this again and create a sub level, I can certainly do that, and I can just call it sub level item, and I'll add the category. You can see now that it sits under video training. I can of course remove it by right clicking and clicking remove as well. So the next part is creating the alert itself. So if we expand this out and then go to the document library, we can see all of the items in the library here. So if, for example, I wanted to create an alert for the audit report, I would right click the item and click create manual alert. This will open another tab with some options that I can fill in. So firstly, the title, it'll default to say the name of the document updated, but I can change that and say audit report, please review. I can select a priority for it, whether it's a notice, caution, or a critical. I'll just say for now it's a notice, and we can select our category. So I will select video training, which is the one I just created, and maybe in the description I'll just write please review. I can add a URL in here, but the important thing we want to note now is that the correct document has been attached. So I can see that audit report has been attached, so I'm happy with that. I can also change the max snooze count. However, I will leave it at 3. We can now choose who we want this alert to be sent to. So I can choose a high level item and say everyone in Adelaide should receive it. Maybe everyone in Auckland should receive it as well. But maybe in Bangkok, I only want these 2 people to receive it. So if I'm happy with that, I just have 2 more settings. I can either send the email to the selected personnel, I can send an SMS to the selected personnel, or if I just leave it, then they'll just receive it on the alert screen on their initial login. So I'm going to select send email. I don't think it's urgent enough that everyone needs to get an SMS. And then I'll finish by just pressing OK. So now that that's been sent, it actually brings me to the alert register screen. So you can also access this from the main page by going to operations and alert register. But if you're already there, you can see along here that this is the alert, the number of unacknowledged personnel. Of course, I've only just sent out this alert, so I haven't really given anyone any chance to read it yet. If I click this magnifying glass, I can review it and add any particular notes. I can also see which users have not yet acknowledged it. So once some of these users have read it, it'll read red, and then I would only have to chase out those who have yet to acknowledge it. Of course, I can also add and remove people if I feel that I've forgotten someone, but if I'm just happy with it, I can press OK. If I feel it's no longer relevant, I can delete it, or I can just cancel any changes that I've currently made. So that's all there is to the document alerts. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.